Dallas, Texas, the one and only Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning. I know you got a good word.
Oh, thank you, Rickey Smiley. I'm excited as we start off this week because our praise break always gets me energized with expectation. Rick, I discovered that the one word, it's the highest word for praise, is hallelujah. And of course, hallelujah comes from hallel. And Rick, do you know it means to boast, to brag? And so whenever we're praising God, we are bragging about God, boasting about God. God is what? The greatest of all time. That's bragging about God. And so whenever you get your praise on, what are you doing? You are bragging. Parents brag about their children. Fans brag about their favorite athlete. But guess what? None of them woke you up this morning. None of them can bless you and keep you going when life is trying to stop you. So if you will brag on an athlete, brag on your child, why don't you brag on God? Why should we brag on God? Ricky says it all the time because God is good and God is good all the time. I love that right there because life can go bad on you. Life can treat you bad, but here's the good news, and that is that God's goodness always overrules the bad that you find yourself going through. I brag on God because I know my God is good even when life tries to go bad, and God's goodness will bring good out of that which was bad because God is good all the time. I brag on God not only because God is good, but I brag on God because God is still in the blessing business, and the blessing business never files for bankruptcy. The blessing business is always blessing us. And so we used to sing back in the day, old school, the Lord is blessing me right now. He woke me up this morning, started me on my way. The Lord is blessing me right now. And so I'm talking to somebody who knows you've been blessed, who knows God is good. Well, go ahead, say hallelujah and brag on God.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man. Good word this morning. And you got to, man. I'm talking about, I got people blow my phone up. They look forward to your inspiration every single morning. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
That means a lot, Ricky. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. All right, Pastor Haynes, love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Hey, you have a great one, too. Let's get into some praise right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour. Got your front page right here. Good morning. All right, let's take a look at sports. Rock Teasy.
Already, man. Okay, let's recap a couple of things over the weekend. First of all, Tyson Fury knocked out Deontay Wilder. Now, I don't know if you got a chance to watch the fight, but as I said on Friday, man, Tyson Fury is just a better fighter. I knew it was going to be the same result. Listen, they both knocked each other down a couple of times. If you missed it, you need to go back and try to watch this fight. They was going back and forth, but Fury was by far the better fighter.
Really?
Oh, come on, man. I mean, you know, Fury knocked down Wilder a couple times. Wilder knocked down Fury a couple times. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. And then, but you could tell throughout the latter parts of the fight that Wilder was just like he was out of gas.
You ain't gonna believe how I watched the fight.
On what?
I didn't know how to do the pay-per-view.
Right.
I watched it on FaceTime with Roland Martin while he sit on the sports bar. I'm not lying.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, dog.
Because he was calling about the Texas A&M Alabama situation.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
And then okay, go ahead.
Yo. I'm glad you at work, bro, because I know that hurt you a little bit.
It hurt you too, bro, because you was with me one time they beat us in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, man, but like I said at the beginning of college football season, Super Day, you can attest to this. I said, watch out for A&M.
Yeah.
I said, watch out for them. I ain't going to put them in the playoffs, but watch out because they one of them teams it depends on what day you going to catch them on. And Alabama caught them on the wrong day this past weekend. Man. Yeah. But it is what it is, man. It shook up the rankings, man. So now Georgia.
We had 9 drops by wide receivers. 9 drops that would have been good.
That was the game.
Huh?
That was the game.
Yeah, that was a good.
That final drive, they had 2 drops on that final drive.
Yeah, I mean that was part of the game. But when you start breaking down games, you got to start from the beginning all the way to the end. That was a portion of it.
It matters.
Give credit to the Texas A&M defense.
I ain't giving credit to
the first
Roland
half.
Martin or nobody. Forget Roland Martin.
Wait, Roland Martin. man come in with it?
Yeah, because he be harassing us.
Yeah, that he harassed everybody.
Yeah, we can't stand Roland Martin.
All right, we'll get into this, man. We got the front page still. We're going with Gary next. What's up, Gary?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. There's a here.
Okay, now. All right, y'all. We all know, honey, that the Jacksons are undoubtedly, y'all, the most iconic family in music history, y'all. But they're saying from old school days of the Jackson 5 to the legendary solo career of Michael and Janet, y'all, the famous surname, y'all, sure has been lucrative for the entire clan, y'all. But they're saying, so who is making their own millions? Who's living off of Michael's wealth? And whose bank account looks a little more humble? Now, here's much, y'all, how the Jackson family are worth in 2021. They're saying, contrary to internet rumors, Janet is not a billionaire. They said she was previously married to a billionaire businessman, Wassam Manya, a Qatari retail tycoon. They split back in 2017 after the birth of her son, little Issa. Now, they're saying at the time it was widely speculated that Janet was in a battle with Al Manya over $250 million in alimony. But according to Celebrity Network, after a career spanning 4 decades and selling over 185 million records, they're saying Janet is now worth an estimated $190 million. And they're saying that's not bad for a single mother, y'all, who only works whenever she wants to. Now, they're also saying, y'all, that since his untimely death in 2009, Michael Jackson's estate has continued to rake in profits. Now, at the time of his death, he was worth around $500 million, according to Celebrity Network. And in 2018, his earnings reportedly reached $825 million, y'all. And they're saying in 2021, a judge ruled that Michael's estate was worth $111 million. Now, they're saying in his will, Michael left 40% of his assets to his 3 children to be split equally. Now, 20% of his wealth, y'all, was left to multiple children's charities, and 40% of that was left, y'all, all to his beautiful mother, y'all, Miss Katherine Jackson, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, this is the sad thing about it. Now, Miss Katherine, she's 91 years old. Her net worth is $100 million. They're saying Paris Jackson's net worth is worth $100 million. They're saying Prince Jackson, he's worth $100 million, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but you know what really saddens my heart, though, Ricky? It's being reported, y'all, that Jermaine, honey, he's only worth, y'all, a measly $5 million. Now, they're also saying that LaToya is worth $4 million, and then they're saying Reby is worth $2.5 million. Then they have Tito, he's worth $2 million, and Jackie Jackson is worth only $200,000. He's 70 years old. And they're saying Marlon Jackson is worth $100 million.
Oh, wow.
So that's the Jackson family, and this is what they're worth according to this.
You said Marlon Jackson worth what?
$100 million. I mean, 100,000.
Oh.
100,000. He works at the department store with that price. But we're going to keep them all lifted up in prayer, y'all. They could go borrow from their nieces and nephews. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today is mud pie. On the high end, you say mud pie, and on the low end, you say beautiful brown. That's your Kahlua for today. See, Brad, what you got coming on the that price?
What you got, Brad?
Coming up next, R. Kelly's music sales increased over 500%, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by Gain. That's right. If your laundry is longing for a scent that is seriously irresistible, you got to try Gain Flings Detergent. That's right. Gain Fling Detergent. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. R. Kelly's music sales increased over 500% following his guilty conviction in his federal racketeering case. And since Kelly's conviction on September 27th, the New York Post reports that Kelly's sales have increased by 517%. And when Rolling Stone compared this to 2017, he was averaging around 5.4 million on-demand audio streams per week. And this year, he's averaged around 6.4 million. And in other news, Faith Rogers, who is one of R. Kelly's victims, has responded to Bill Cosby's publicist, Andrew Wyatt, saying that Kelly was railroaded. To me, that is beyond insulting. After meeting R. Kelly when I was 19 years old, and that year and a half, he manipulated me for his own enjoyment and sexually abused me and tried to control me. When I made the choice to come forward with my story, he threatened me on multiple occasions that if I continued to go forward with telling my story, story, he would publish nude videos and pictures of me. She added R. Kelly did receive a fair trial and he was not railroaded. So that's what Faith Rogers had to say to Andrew Wyatt.
Wow.
Bill Cosby's publicist. So, yeah.
I don't understand that. Yeah.
I don't think he was railroaded. You know, these things happened and it was proven in court that they did. So, you know, I think he got what was coming to him.
Yeah.
We got to keep him in our prayers.
So all of that money, Brad, go towards attorney fees and.
Whoever is running his estate, they probably got to pay a lot of attorneys.
And how much goes to the victims?
Oh, now that's a good question. Now I don't know. I think a civil suit got to happen first. They got to go through the civil suit to see who gets what and who gets awarded what. So right now it's probably going to all the attorneys. You know, the attorneys like, we got to get ours before this civil suit happened, and they get nothing.
Right.
All right, y'all, moving on. Silk Sonic, which is made up of Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, has announced the official release date for their new album, An Evening with Silk Sonic. Now, originally the album was initially due out in 2022, but it'll now be released on November 12th, and we cannot wait for that. Ooh, they make some good music. And last but not least, several media outlets are reporting that Nicki Minaj did not have to get the COVID vaccine to be a part of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion taping. Now, according to TMZ, Nicki, the housewives, and the rest of the crew had to comply with local orders in New Jersey where the show was being taped, and that's getting a negative PCR test. So all Nicki, the housewives, and everyone who participated in the taping just had to have a negative COVID test. Because I don't know if y'all remember, but previously reported Nicki Minaj trended online last month after revealing that she hadn't been vaccinated and told fans that her cousin's friend had swollen testicles after being vaccinated. So they just had to get COVID tests, and hopefully everybody was good. And, you know, because, you know, when you tape, you got to take your mask off and stuff. So that's going to be good. Gary, what you think?
Well, did it come on last night? Because I couldn't watch it last night. You know we watched
No,
show.
it didn't come last night. I got you.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, the reunion didn't come on last night. They actually had an episode.
Oh.
But what's her name? Well, who married to the white man?
Candace.
Chris? Yeah, Candace, honey. She got into it with the other girl that's married to the other white man, honey. You got to watch it because they threw salad at each other yesterday. And then they was tripping at the dinner table. Just embarrassing. Just making us look like horrible black women. The stigma that we have. They just, egging it on. But anyway, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. But coming up next, we got Rock T's Joke of the Day. And in the meantime, in between time, why don't y'all hit us up with them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, it's about that time. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. The gospel version. All right, Rock, come on.
A man was climbing a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And then he slipped off the side of the mountain, fell off the side of the cliff, grabbed onto a small branch on his way down, and yelled out, "Help! Is there anybody up there?" And a majestic voice came out of nowhere and says, "Yes, I will help you, but you must trust me." The man says, "Yes, I trust you. I trust you. Let go." There was a pause. Is there anybody else up there?
No, that's right. Come on, I know that's right. I know. I trust you. I trust you.
Was he talking to Jesus? Because what?
He said a majestic voice. He didn't say. He didn't quite say, but
then a pause.
But is it something else? Is somebody else with any other option?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I would have probably. I trust God, but
yes, sir.
Lord, there's got to be somebody else. Wow, that's
all them questions. He should have been gone.
Yeah.
What you say, Brad?
All them questions. He should have been and fell off that little branch he was holding on to.
And guess what? He's still up there.
Still up there.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 13 before the top of the hour, y'all. A lot of stuff went down, man. Dallas Cowboys won. That's America's team. And I know it's Steelers fans out there. It's What's the other game that came on? Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay, yeah.
They come on Thursday.
No, they played. Tom Brady threw 5 touchdowns.
Right. And did Kansas City win?
No, they lost to.
Oh.
Buffalo for real.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Damn, man, Buffalo quarterback be balling.
Josh Allen. He's for real.
Green Bay, they
won.
They won.
They barely won, but they won.
Yeah, we got Jerry Jones on the phone. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Rock T and everybody. How you doing on this wonderful, wonderful, victorious Monday?
Jerry Jones, I know you excited about what the Cowboys did yesterday.
They look. Let me tell you. Yesterday, everybody was. Did you see Diggs jump up for that interception?
Yeah, Diggs. He may be the best defensive back in the league this year. Owner Jerry Jones.
And where is he from, Jerry? Where do you get Diggs from?
From your Crimson Tide of Alabama.
Damn right.
That's where he is. I mean, he went higher than the price of gasoline to get that ball. He was up there. Oh, I saw that. I likened to fell off the couch. Oh, that was a wonderful game. Dak was sharp. Zeke was sharp. I just loved it.
Yeah. So who do y'all have next, Jerry?
Who do we have next, Roosevelt? I don't know. I was just cooking. I'll see in a minute. Oh, well, Roosevelt's going to try to look that up and see who we have next.
It's the New England Patriots.
Oh, that's y'all?
Yeah.
What do y'all play in New England?
New England Patriots.
Right.
Yeah, that's in New England.
Okay. So are you excited about the season? Do you think that the Cowboys can go to the Super Bowl this year?
Look, I've been predicting it on your show.
Right.
That we're going to the big dance.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
They look good, right?
I think they may be the second or third best team in the league as of right now.
I mean, Kansas City ain't doing nothing.
Hey, come on, man.
So they looking good.
Tampa Bay, Buffalo, and
right.
You got to start putting the Cowboys in at least number 3, them and the Rams.
Right.
You got to take us seriously because we're there to. This is the NFL, and that means not for lollygagging.
That's right.
Not for lollygagging.
Yeah, is Roosevelt? Let me talk to Roosevelt.
Oh, Roosevelt's here cooking breakfast. Hold on a second, Roosevelt. Somebody wants to speak with you.
Roosevelt.
Hello.
Roosevelt.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Ricky.
Yeah, what you doing?
Cooking. I got these pancakes going on over here. They're all blue, shaped like the state of Texas.
Okay. What else? So you make breakfast?
Eggs.
Okay.
Bacon.
Some
corn pone.
Yeah.
Some chickpeas.
Some what?
Grits. Chickpeas.
What is that?
That's cool.
Oh, I love them chickpeas. Don't them chickpeas good? All them chickpeas is to die for. And then I tops it off with a fresh pot of percolated coffee.
Okay. So you make breakfast at Jerry Jones every morning?
Every morning, and especially after this our victory breakfast. Ain't this our victory breakfast? This is our victory breakfast.
Yeah. Okay.
Just repeat that.
I wish you could taste some, Mr. Ricky.
All right, Mr. Roosevelt, put Jerry back on the phone.
Hold on, new people, hold on. Yeah.
All right, Jerry, man, we're just checking in because we knew you was excited about the Cowboys.
Oh, I'm excited, and there's more to come.
Yeah, and save me some of those chickpeas.
I'll tell you, Roosevelt, put some of those in some Tupperware for Ricky.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. This is a shocking story. It's being reported, y'all, that Serena Williams and her wonderful husband, Mr. Alexis Ohanian, have unfollowed each other. Now, they're saying there's a growing speculation online that the unfollowing could mean a fracture in their marriage. Now they're saying, y'all, that they're searching. They're saying Serena unfollowed her husband this weekend and is only following their daughter's IG page. Now, similarly, they're saying Alexis is no longer following Serena's page, honey, her IG page, but he's just following her business page, y'all. And people are afraid and wondering, y'all, is there a divorce maybe on the horizon, or did they get mad this weekend, or what went down, y'all? Oh, I hope not.
It might be just for politics. It might, a lot of times if you notice, like Kim and Kanye, they only follow each other or just one person. So it might just be, for optics, for media. It has nothing to do with their relationship.
Well, we hope not, because Serena need that man, honey. It'll be hard for her to find a man, honey, after Alexis, honey. She too far.
Man.
So look, she can't go find no good African American one, honey. I tell you that, because she ain't found all that time. She had to give it to Alexis. So
she had quite a few good ones before him, Gary. Don't do that.
But they didn't marry her.
It don't matter.
Oh, yes, it does matter.
Everybody only marry one.
Yeah, She married Alexis, honey, and then he got that she did just where she needs to be at, honey, with Alexis, honey. He's a millionaire, honey. She ain't got to worry about fighting for no child support if they do break up or none of that. So let's just keep Alexis and Serena lifted, honey. Hopefully they stay together. All right, speaking of staying together, congratulations goes out to gospel icon Marvin Wayans, y'all. He's an engaged man, y'all. They're saying the pastor and gospel singer announced that he and his longtime girlfriend, Miss Dina Carter, y'all, are getting married, y'all. Now, Marvin Wayans Sr., y'all, was previously married to Vivian Bowman, which is also known as Miss Vicky Wayans, for 16 beautiful years before their divorce in 1995. And they were saying that they are parents to Marvin Wayans Jr., and Marvin Sr. also adopted Vicky's son Mario Wayans, from a previous marriage. Now they're saying Deanne, honey, has been with Wayans by his side, y'all, since 2009, honey. She's a faithful woman, and she's been waiting, honey.
Beautiful. So happy for him. He's one of the nicest people ever.
Yeah.
Yes. So congratulations to them, y'all. They're saying that, that they're madly in love, honey, and he introduced her, Miss Carter, as his fiance. So congratulations to Marvin Wayans, y'all. And everybody deserves love, and like you said, honey, he does. And like they said, this woman been waiting for 15 years, honey. So congratulations to her. She's gonna get her man.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah. Would that be considered a virtuous woman? What is a virtuous woman? She waited
15 years, man. That's a long time.
Yes, she can be considered a virtuous woman. Absolutely, Gary.
Yeah, it's like she waited on the Lord, honey, and she waited on Marvin. So congratulations to
they
her.
that wait
They
on the Lord.
Oh!
Shall renew.
Come on, Brad. Come on.
On the Lord.
Come on.
Shall renew.
Yes, sir.
Shall renew.
Wow.
Shall renew their strength.
Yeah. That's
Well.
Are they gonna mount up on the wings?
Yes, sir.
Come on, they gonna mount up on the wings. Is that the same scripture,
Yep,
Gary?
same scripture.
Yeah.
Mount up,
Mount on wings like an eagle.
Come on now.
My Lord.
Fly like an eagle.
To the sea.
Fly like an eagle.
I done went to a whole nother I'm going to end that because I didn't all mess all that up. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today, y'all, is mud pie. On the high end, you say mud pie, and on the low end, you say beautiful brown. That's your Kahlua for today.
All right, y'all, give it up to Gary with the T. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 21 minutes after the hour. Get at your boy, 866-9-RICKY. Here we go.
Let's wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
My name's Noah McMullen. I want to wake up my mom and my sister. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Royal Clark calling by way of Gary, Indiana. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Big Skeeter. I want to wake up my cousin Marilyn and her new grandbaby. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Venetia. I'm calling from Ocala, Florida, and I'm calling to wake up my mama, Angel. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I want my wife, LaTwana Perry, in New Rose, Louisiana, to wake that ass up. Now we got some money to make.
This is Joshua from Atlanta. I want to wake up my grandma. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, this is Marisa and Layla from Flint, Michigan. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, what's yours?
Let's go.
Come on, Charleston. Wake up. Baton Rouge. Wake up. Tallahassee.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Montgomery.
Wake up.
Columbus.
Wake up.
And Albany.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I appreciate it, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Yeah. Drinking all the wine, the wine, the wine. Drinking all the wine, the wine, the wine. Should have been there 4,000 years. Drinking all the wine.
All right now.
Janie, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I heard. Did you hear the Kamala Harris thing they just did? Got to go vote, Janie.
Oh, yeah.
Have you voted yet? Well, we got to vote. We got to vote.
I'm going.
Here's our church announcement this morning. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Mother Beulah Stewart, you know her.
Yeah.
She want to apologize.
Uh-oh.
For stealing $13,000 from the building fund. Now, she came clean. She admitted that she used it to pay for breast enhancement procedure. Even though she's 83 years old. And she said, please forgive her. But she was feeling insecure about her breasts, looking like 2 brown paper lunch bags full of oatmeal.
Unfortunate.
Any mother with sons under 5 years old that already look like Bishop T.D. Jakes or Samuel L. Jackson in the face, please register for special prayer immediately following service.
Oh, Lord.
They call him sir.
All cockeyed members, if you need to know which line you vote, all cockeyed members, we will guide you to make sure that you stand in the right line where you can vote. Because on the last election, a lot of cockeyed members stood in the wrong line and voted for Donald Trump. And they thought they was voting for Hillary Clinton. Homegoing service for Deacon Theodis Lavelle Clemens Sr. will be on Monday. You going, Jamie?
Yeah.
He was only 98, and he had been a deacon here since 1971. And he was long suffering from inflamed hairline bumps, sensitive gums, leg ulcers, spider veins, chronic moist nostrils, Lyme disease, lemon disease, orange disease, apple disease, rickets, floating kneecaps, and severe head lice. But that ain't what killed him. What got him was he had climbed up in the bouncy house at his great-grandson's birthday party, and his children got to jumping so hard his dentures came loose and he swallowed them and choked to death. So his funeral gonna be on Monday, and pray for his family. All right, Janie, that concludes our church announcement. I'll call you later on. All right, bye.
Already. Black Tony, what's up?
I'm really concerned right now.
Concerned?
Yeah.
About coming to work?
I wanna be there right now, but I can't move right now. I think I'm paralyzed.
Huh?
I think I'm paralyzed.
Oh man, you need a wheelchair?
I can't move.
Why you can't move?
Cause my grandma had bought some air mattress from Dollar Tree for me and my uncle to sleep on, so we ain't got to sleep on no pallet no more. She bought some air mattress.
So you sleep in the bed with your uncle?
I mean, I sleep on the pallet, he sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
But look, she bought some air mattress from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
And I think the air went out of it while I was asleep. And I woke up on the floor, but I think I've been laying on the floor so long, I think it paralyzed my spine. So my whole body sleep. I need somebody to come over here and tickle my feet. So I can see it's on still. Whoa!
Oh. Yeah, man.
Can one of y'all come over here and tickle my feet, please?
Yeah, you might have to get Brad to do that.
Yeah, you on your own on that one, Tony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
You look like you a good tickler.
Nah, bro. I gotta
You laugh a lot.
Yeah, Rob, why don't you go on over there tickling?
Nah, bro.
Rob, you like toes, don't you?
It's man law
Don't
violation.
you have a feet fetish, Rob?
For my wife.
Yeah, but when it kind of like get you ready for your wife just to see Black Tony toes.
I'm just saying everything ain't no
or when that make you appreciate your wife toes once you see Black Tony feet?
Change the subject, man.
It says his toenail look like some plywood. Rock on the way, Black Tony. Rock on over there. Rock on there.
The door be unlocked, cuz.
Yeah. Hold on, we on our way.
Well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast, and she said, "Hey, something wrong, it's popping." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "No." So the girl come downstairs, she come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, "Oh, girl, it's cold outside." She said, "Something ain't right." I said, "Oh, man." She said, "Oh, man, the building is on fire." I said, "No, what?" I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, it's about the morning show. 5 minutes after the hour. This segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right, family. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. People are still feeling sad, y'all, for Nick Cannon. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Nick Cannon is reporting that Mariah Carey, y'all, is still mad at him because he bought the beautiful twins, y'all, cell phones for their 10th birthday. Now, it's being reported that Nick and Mariah, who divorced back in 2016, had agreed not to buy Moroccan and Monroe cell phones when they asked for the risky devices at the age of 8. However, they're saying that the media mogul went back on their deal to give the twins cell phones, y'all, when they became older. And they're saying, y'all, that, Mariah was a little upset about that because she did not want them to have cell phones. And she said, quote, "My oldest twins, Rocky and Rohani, wanted a cell phone at 8. She said, I was all for it, but Mariah was like, they're going to Google us, learning about all their new brothers and sisters. There's no way that they're going to be playing about it." And he said, "I respected it at 8, but he said, then when we made a deal and said at 10, then they can have it." But Mariah still said no, y'all. And he's still hurt behind it. And 10 years old, that's kind of about old enough for a cell phone. Because I know some rich people buy their kids cell phones at 5. So it's 10,
At 5.
I understand it to
Come on
connect
now.
with your parents if you somewhere and you need to call them, but if it's a way to block that social media, I would want to do that too.
Really?
Yeah, you got to control. You got to control what they can operate on the phone.
Some parental control stuff.
Yeah, but he was saying that she was probably concerned that they would Google up all their brothers and sisters that they have, since he have more kids than them.
Did he say that, Gary?
That's what I said in the story.
Oh, I know, but I was asking you, did he say that?
Well, that's what the story said. But that's what the story said. But that's what the story said.
Did the story say Nick said it?
The story said that he said, yeah, that's what was said, honey. That they would Google their brothers and sisters.
Oh, well, I don't think he said that.
Well, I'm so glad they ain't paying you the thought. But anyway,
I'm so glad they ain't pay you to use correct speech.
Well, guess what, baby? I still get a check from it. I'm still getting a check, niece. But anyway, child, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Dave Chappelle, honey, is enjoying controversy.
I'm telling you. They ain't pay him the thought, honey.
Moving on.
They ain't pay him the thought.
Moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Dave Chappelle, honey, is enjoying the controversy, y'all, surrounding his late special, The Closer. Now, they're saying that the comedian took the stage, honey, at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles recently, for a screening of his documentary and addressed, y'all, multiple petitions for his show to be pulled from Netflix. Now, we talked about that, too. Now, he said, quote, "If this is what being canceled is about," he said, "I love it." He said, "Honey, I don't know what to tell you except that I'm a bad mother," and he filled in the blank, honey. He said, "This is the kind of conspiracy," he said, "before insisting Americans have to trust one another." And Chappelle also reported, y'all, that the Twitter prompt and applause from the crowd. Now, he said that he continued his personal war on the transgender men and women throughout the closer, and he went on, and he said that I'm not saying trans women aren't women. He said, I'm just saying that the genitalia that they got is not quite what it is it? Unquote. And then he went on. So, honey, he's
How
still
you
doing.
feel about it, Gary? Did you get to see his special?
I didn't get a chance to see it because I don't have Netflix, but I haven't seen it. I don't
have Netflix.
I watched it, and I mean, he's just being a comedian. He's
Right.
talking about his life experiences with these situations and what happened to him. So
I got a good friend that's a transgender comedian, Monroe Flame. We should have Monroe Flame on the show.
Yeah, and see
Monroe Flame did a lot of interviews all over the country. I think we should have Monroe because they're still gonna be talking about it all week, and it's a big deal. Now, do they get upset when Dave Chappelle talk about black folks? Which he do.
That's a good.
A
good point.
He comedians. We roast each other. We roast the hell out of black folks.
Right.
He roasts the hell out of women. Right?
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian. I feel the same.
You know, everybody gets something. We talk about the big folks, the small folks, the white folks, the black folks. Talk about everybody on stage.
Yeah,
and now when you get to the LGBT community, you got to figure out like, okay, if I say this, but you don't think about it when you're talking about big man sitting on the front row with all them necklaces on. You know what I'm saying? So now all the big people mad or whatever, and then you being canceled by all the people on my, all the big folks. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
Everybody's sensitive.
Pray, though. That's
The
all we can
math,
do is
not
pray.
math, and it's a double standard, absolutely, and it's disgusting, and it's taken out of hand because on one hand, there definitely needs to be consciousness and consideration with the LGBTQ community, and I think definitely there's not equality across the board, but there is a lot more awareness. So to then scare everybody as if you can't say or do absolutely anything in fear of offending, it's like, I mean, one step forward to move 2 steps backward.
And then what it does, it turns off people that's been supporting you. So now everybody's like, okay, come on now, because you're just not finna cancel Dave Chappelle. He's the GOAT.
Right.
And we want everybody. We watch the special. He's offensive.
And we need to laugh. Like, I didn't offensive either, and I'm in that community. But
Well, you just got in it, Brad, or you just recognized it, so you probably still don't know yet.
Oh no, you didn't. Actually, I've been in it for a long time, Gary. Paying attention. I just been in the closet.
Oh, all right, baby. Tear that damn door down, honey. Kick it down. Kick it down.
So I know what's going on. I'm a part of it now.
And y'all heard about what happened to the LGBT midget?
What happened?
He came out the cabinet.
The color of the damn day, honey.
Come on,
that's my other story, honey. The color of the day, y'all, is mud pie.
You can't say midget. You can't say it's little people.
Yes, sir.
Oh Lord, we messed up. I'm about to get cancer. I'm about to get cancer. Everything under 3 feet. They finna come at me, Rock. We better run, Rock.
Little people. He meant little people.
Little people.
Mud pie, ground on the low.
Boy, the lollipop kids gonna be mad when they hear that.
Yeah, the Oompa Loompas, they coming
Oh God, Juicy gonna kill you.
He walks on the way.
Ooh, they on the way. Boy, the Smurfs and all of them gonna be out there. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Back to the one.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. Trending now.
Lot of stuff going on. The COVID-19 cases and people being put in the hospital just because I can't pronounce hospitalizations. Did I say it right?
You just did it, dog.
I said it. You did it. Dr. Collins, I cannot. That's like doing 16th notes. You know, ta 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 ta, tiki tiki ta, tiki tiki ta ta. Hospitalizations are trending down, but this Delta variant is not playing, and deaths are still happening. Now, Dr. MJ Collier is here with the latest and going to answer all your questions. Hit us up, 866-9-RICKY. Dr. Collier, good morning. Talk to us.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday.
We have seen a 44% drop in weekly diagnosed cases since the peak average in mid-September. So that's very, very good. Dr. Anthony Fauci says he's cautiously optimistic about Halloween. It's an outdoor event, so people will be outside, so the children ought to be safe. But guess what? The age group that is still being so impacted, 77% of Asian males have had at least one vaccine dose. 38% of white males, only 32% of black males have had only one vaccine dose. 32%. So we still, black men are still the lowest vaccinated group. And so we need to make sure that changes. We need to get brothers on board and say, look, ladies, get the man in your life to go get that vaccine, whatever you need to do. But your father, your brother, your significant other, the man in your life, you need to make sure that he goes and gets that vaccine. So, Ricky, with the new changes that they have with the Pfizer vaccine, within days of they clearing it, they're expected to have at least 20 million doses available. There are 28 million eligible children between the ages of 5 to 11. And so that's going to put us over as far as population statistics are concerned. And if we can get that patient population vaccinated, we ought to be able to get into a herd immunity state and really be able to get through this winter without any problems. But with the colder weather coming up, the midst of the flu season, if we don't get more people vaccinated, it's going to be a long winter is coming, as they say.
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
All right, you on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yeah, Dr. Collier, I was just trying to figure out, with the vaccine, unlike the flu vaccine, we are being, the vaccine is a live agent for the spike protein, and I'm trying to figure out, and the numbers are so super high, it seems to me as if that since the spike protein is infused with our cells, aren't we giving it out through our sweat and our mucus and our coughs and our breathing to those that do not have the COVID or the vaccine themselves? Because these numbers are extremely high compared to when they first came out.
No, we're not transmitting the vaccine in any way other than respiratory. So the virus is not being transmitted other than respiratory. That's coughing, wheezing, blowing your nose, etc. And nobody's getting vaccinated secondarily by being exposed to spike protein. So the only way to get vaccinated is to get the vaccine, and the only way to catch it is through respiratory contamination, being in a cloud of with a high enough concentration of the virus to make you sick.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
They say they have a new strain, the coronavirus called the R1, and that it's stronger and that it's taking over the shots. So that's what I want to know, because I do have both shots and I have a booster shot. So I just want to know, what is this new strain that they say that's coming on? They say like 10,000 people have already have it.
Okay, the next biggest strain is coming is the mu strain. The R1 is coming. The thing is, two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. 98% of people are being infected right now with the Delta variant, so that's one of the reasons why none of these new strains have taken hold. And as long as we can stay on top of them, none of them have shown resistance to the vaccines to date. That could change tomorrow, but right now the vaccines are still covering all active variants. So the way to fix that is for everybody to get vaccinated, because the viruses will continue to mutate, and as long as there's a viable host, meaning people that aren't vaccinated, it can change to one that is resistant to the current vaccines. So hopefully the vaccine developers are also staying on top of this, and they're changing the vaccine in real time so that it will be so the new variants will be more susceptible to newer doses of the vaccine. Right now the vaccines are all the same and have been the same for the last year.
All right, Joe, with Dr. Collier, good morning.
Okay, good morning. How you doing? I went to get my booster shot yesterday, and I ran into some problem, but they did allow me. I'm over 65, and the minute she stuck the needle in my arm, a gush of blood came out, and it continued to run. So I'm trying to figure out, did I receive that booster, or what can be done? My doctor was supposed to call me, but haven't called me yet.
That sounds like that was just a vaccination technique, that the needle obviously hit a vein and you got a little bleeding there, just applying a little pressure. But the dose should have been administered. It didn't leak out or anything like that. So you should receive your booster, and that area may become a little sore. So I would apply a little moist heat to it, take an anti-inflammatory, Motrin, Advil, or Aleve, and you should be fine.
All right, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Dr. Collier, I would like to know, if you go to the funeral of someone who died of COVID, are we safe going to the funeral of someone who died of COVID?
Okay, people, the COVID is not going to be in and around that person that has passed away. You're more at risk from the people that are at the funeral with you that have not been vaccinated. And if you're not following social distancing and if you're not wearing a mask, then that's no different than any other crowded event. And funerals have been noted to be, high events for passing the virus around. So you have to be very, very careful and conscientious whenever you're in a group situation. But there's nothing unique about the funeral environment, as in the person dying from COVID contaminating anybody in the room. No. Rickey Smiley.
Let everybody know how you can could be reached?
You can reach me on all social media at Ask Dr. MJ. I'll be doing Facebook Live. Go to Ask Dr. MJ on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, and I'll follow you back. I promise you that will be Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Yes,
Dr. Carter.
Yes.
No, I had I knew somebody, but they had him in the cast with a mask on.
That's irrelevant.
Tongue exercises, Ricky. Up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. Okay.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Time for Eva's Corner, 15 before the top of the hour. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with another edition of Eva's Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And today, Ricky, I need to settle a debate. No one's really upset. No one's right. No one's wrong. We just trying to figure out how to do this thing right. So a husband and wife, they've been married over a decade. Created a beautiful family together. They have 4 gorgeous children, but they are older now and they have both agreed that it is time to cut off the baby factory. No more kids in this family. However, neither of them want to take the permanent step. The wife does not want to get on birth control, nor does she want a tubular, nor does the husband want to wear a condom, nor does he want a vasectomy. Who gets the snip and how does the permanent birth control happen, Ricky? How do you do this?
I mean, that is a good conversation. You know, a lot of men don't go get snipped, but you actually can. You know, I know people that went and had the surgery or whatever, you know, because the wife couldn't get birth control because it made her monthly irregular and, you know, so a lot of men have stepped up to the plate and went and got snipped. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of my personal story. And I definitely checked with my husband before I decided to speak. But my husband and I, as you know, we have 3 kids. I had 2 kids right here on the morning show. I'm almost 4 years in, and I've had 2 kids since I've been here. And we decided to go ahead and make that permanent decision to not have any more children. We obviously are active. However, I don't want to take birth control. So Mike and I talked about it, and he decided to get a vasectomy. It was a process. He did it, and we are very, very happy. So I think
that's gonna hurt the side baby generation.
Right. That's gonna hurt who?
The side baby generation.
Hey, that's why we did it, Rick.
All y'all side babies out there, y'all hold on, y'all stick together. See what they trying to do.
Yes. Listen, no more. Wow. But what do you do? I mean, a woman's carried a baby for 9 months, gone through all the things that a pregnancy, even if she had a great pregnancy, which I did, there's still a lot of things that happen. So does that mean that now it's the guy's chance, or is it something that really needs to be discussed and a woman is as viable as a candidate as a man?
You know, what you think?
I mean, I think the way you guys did it, you and Mike, is where you got to start. Just communicate, and then whoever decides to get it done, okay, cool. You got to both understand that. Me and Crystal, we've had this conversation a couple of times. Neither of us have had either procedure done, but she's on birth control right now. We both agree that we don't want any more kids.
Right.
So there's gonna come a point in time when we have a more in-depth conversation. Okay, is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be me? We're gonna flip a coin. What we gonna do this?
Right.
But yeah, you know, I think once you just had that conversation, then whoever decides to do it, and everything will be cool.
I think if they change the name Snip just sounds like it sound like it hurt.
Like it hurt.
What should we call it, Ricky?
If a man have a procedure, you know, just call it something else. But when you say snip, you think about they cutting your joints off or something, or if they snip something, then it ain't gonna work no more. That's what it sounds like. And that's why
it does sound like that.
Yeah.
I wonder what the callers think.
Yeah, look, you ready to go? Let's see what they think.
Let's go to the callers.
Good morning.
For me, it was a decision of me and my wife. My wife had medical health complications, and so she asked me to get a vasectomy. I didn't have a problem with it because if she had kept taking those birth control, then she would ended up being fatal. So it was just a matter of you love your wife, you love your woman, you do what you're supposed to do as a man.
It should be the wife's decision. It's a no-brainer. When a woman has to have permanent birth control, it's major surgery. She has to be put under general anesthesia, put to sleep. For a man to have a vasectomy, he walks into a urologist clinic, not even in there 20 minutes, goes back to work the next day. The woman's out for at least 3 to 5 days. It's a no-brainer.
Me and my wife, we're going through the same thing, but I think it will be easier for the woman to do it once she gives birth, right? Because she's already open. So once she's open, they can just go inside and tie her up.
So my husband are right in this situation, and I feel like women shouldn't be the only people that are in charge of the family's reproductive health. I feel like we go through a lot with planning to get pregnant. Hopefully, sometimes that's how it goes. Planning to get pregnant, ovulation, all that kind of stuff. We go through getting pregnant. We go through having children, and a lot of times doing a lot of the raising in the very early years. So to ask that the husband be in charge of what he does and does not put out or put in, to try not to sound crass, is not a lot to ask for. We do a lot with our bodies and go through a lot. So I think the fella should be on that one.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I want to know why we still have that other call.
Let's go back to him, Ricky.
She wide open.
Hold on.
It
We got that.
It does not work that way.
Said, why she wide open? Just go ahead and sew up.
No, it does. You cannot get a tubular while you are actively in labor, even if it was a vaginal or a natural, or if it was a C-section. You cannot get a tubular at that time, sir. Just a little medical science.
This girl just had that baby. He told the doctor, "Hey, doc, go ahead and sew that up."
Wow,
close that up.
Wow, we had it.
Shut down the factory. We good.
Wow, we had it. Oh, damn it. Take me to the king right now. My good friend, Toni Braxton. Greatest song she ever made. She don't agree with this. I hung up in her face. I said, "You're not gonna talk to me." I said, "We're not having this conversation," and I hung up.
She say, "I'm just about through." She ain't say I'm just about through.
Yeah,
I'm just about
through. THOU.
Yes, sir.
Boy, that damn band. I swear, ain't that mint condition in the background?
It sound like them.
Oh my God. Boy, that I would love. And I never seen Toni Braxton perform live.
Really?
Never.
Really?
Never. I'd be like, and she got her favorite song that she liked to sing, but I'm like, she said she don't like to sing this song.
Did she tell you why, Ricky?
She said It's High is not a good song for her vocally, and for some reason she just don't like to sing the song. I'm like, that's the greatest song you ever made. And we got into an argument, and I hung up. I just clicked off. I said, I can't.
In her face?
And she texted me back. Yeah, she texted me back, like, what happened? I was like, I can't have this conversation right now. I'll call you tomorrow. She sent back some laughing emoji. I said, it's not funny, because I really get in my feelings about this song. Because I was married at the time when this song came out. We went through something, and I waited. But after that 6th day, I went on the call, Doc. I went. The song was out, but I wasn't finna try no 7 days, man, because my ex-wife was fine. She had them hazel eyes, and she was bow-legged, and had the long hair from Detroit. Looked just like Stacey Dash. Ooh.
Come on, dog.
Oh, not bow-legged.
Oh, yeah, she was bow-legged, man. Them little end tables was nice. Yeah, them little legs on them end tables. You know them old school end tables where they be bow-legged? The ones your grandmama got? Ain't talking
They curve.
I ain't talking about the new end tables like at Cantones. I'm talking about the old school, them wooden ones that your
hips on it.
Boy, I swear I put that on my mama. Your mama. Yes, sir. Them old school end tables, man. She was bow-legged like that. She had them hazel eyes and that little mousy little nose and them little pretty ass teeth. Long ass head. That's what that song reminded me of. I was married for 12 years. I was married a long time. I ain't cheat or nothing.
That's the one that got away.
I mean, we just outgrew each other. She was ready to go because she left.
Okay.
Yeah, she left. She was a flight attendant. She left and went and got an apartment with some of her friends that was flight attendants, and that cut off all my flying privilege. That look, I took my ass up there to the airport and tried to swipe that Delta card. They were like, "No, you can't be on the standby list, sir." Because I was doing comedy show where the promoters wasn't flying you in back then. So I was able to do shows up in Connecticut, but I would have to fly standby. And I went up there and swiped that damn card, and that damn thing declined. And I stand up there with my little luggage, my little backpack, man. And I'm talking about I had got the outfits, I had the cleaners. I know, Janai, you sitting up here listening. See, Janai be sitting up here listening. I know, Janai, don't do that. And you supposed to be the money expert.
God.
Janai, don't do that to me. I'm your bruh.
You are my brother. You said you couldn't wait 7 days. You could only do 6. That's all you said. Oh, my goodness. 6 whole days.
Janai, I was married 12 years, Lord. I went after that. See, that we went through something. I had to call my frat brother, Damian Streeter. I had to call. It's a dog. Cause see, they good. They was good friends. A dog called to see what's up with her. I said, hey, you talk to her or whatever. Cause see, cause Marv and my frat brothers, they all in a little clique circle. Say, hey, y'all talk to old girl. Hey, y'all talk to old girl. I said, no, we talked to her yesterday. She was seeming to be cool. I said, did she say anything about anything? I said, no, she had came. We had told her that the Q's was having a party and we was going to make some purple oil and drop some chicken. And I said, hey, dog, well, she asked about me. I said, no, dog, you don't need to do it like that, man, because I already know she fine. And she got them little bow legs and stuff like the little old school ear. Like dog, you can't leave her out there, dog, because she fine, because she bad for real. She like stays there. I said, all right, dog, I'm going to call her. So I beeped her.
Right.
I beeped her. And then, man, that was the longest damn wait. It took about 30 minutes to hit me back, but she got to a payphone. She called me back. I was like, what's up with you? She said, nothing. Nothing.
Did you beep 911?
Nothing. I'm just trying to figure out, she was from Detroit. That's how she started. Just trying to figure out why you be tripping with your country ass.
My country. Yeah, she didn't call you country, did she?
Oh, my God. That's one of the reasons why we broke up. Said, you always talking with your country ass.
Oh, God.
Janai, thank you for letting me vent. My therapist told me that I need to start talking about some of my little stuff a little more to make me. I went through that. And ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday on Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and that means our financial expert who's helping me go through this stuff is going to help you out financially. Janai Thornton is here, and if you have any money-related questions, thank y'all for your email. I'm going to read the emails today because the phone lines messed up because Gary didn't pay the bill. Y'all hit us up. Oh, yeah, because I don't know how the phone lines with the radio station got tired in your bill, and you don't go down. Didn't send it in because you like to go and pay it in person like some old person. So this morning we're going to focus on answering some of the questions that you received from our listeners on social media. So Kelly from Raleigh said that there has been a lot in the news lately about inflation. What exactly does inflation mean and how does it impact us?
Well, Ricky, think about it this way. If anybody has gotten some gas lately, you know what inflation is all about. Everything costs more. Gas is high, food is high, cotton is going up, utilities are going to be going up this winter, and what inflation means is prices are going up, so our money is going to be able to buy less. Our money is not worth as much as it used to be just because prices are going up.
All right. So Lloyd from Jackson, Mississippi said that another big news story recently was about Congress raising the debt ceiling and pushing the decision back to December. What's that all about?
So this has been a really big news story, Ricky, because you think about it. Congress has been weighing in on the United States, raising this debt ceiling. And what that really means is we as a country do not have enough money to pay our bills. So just like if you or I could not pay our mortgage, we would call our mortgage company and say, look at here, we need a little. But what the United States is saying, in addition to giving us more time to pay our bills, we actually need to borrow more money. So we really need to pay close attention to this because if they don't get this worked out in December, we could possibly go into another government shutdown. And if the United States does not raise this debt ceiling, I think it could affect the economy as a whole and the world economy as well.
There's one nut out there that think the sun gonna get cut off, the wind, the air. He's like, we're gonna die, man. They're gonna cut the whole United States off. Mia from Columbus, Ohio said that she saw last week, Janae, a home inventory for your renters or homeowners insurance. Why is doing a home inventory important and how should you do it?
Okay, so think about it. All of us who either own a home or we're renting an apartment, we have renter's insurance or we have homeowner's insurance. And we have that section in our policy set that says personal contents. That's going to cover all of the stuff that we own. furniture, dishes, clothes, purses, shoes, appliances. So, Ricky, you might have like $100,000 in personal contents coverage. But guess what? If you have a complete loss, anybody has a tornado, a hurricane, or a fire, if you have $100,000 in coverage, they're not going to write you a $100,000 check. You have to prove what you own. You got to prove it. So what's the best way to do that? We need to either take some pictures or video or both. We have to put that story back together because there's no way that they're going to try to reimburse us fully for everything we have unless we can show it to them.
Right. Now, Calvin from Houston wants to know, if your personal items like cameras, jewelry, computers are covered by your homeowners or renters insurance if they get stolen when you're on vacation or when somebody breaks into your car.
That's a good thing about your homeowners or renters insurance. It follows your stuff wherever it is. So if you're on vacation, you took your laptop, somebody stole it from your bag in the airport, they took it out of your room in the hotel, you can actually file a homeowners or renters claim. Now, if maybe, Ricky, you had your laptop in your computer, you had your laptop in your car, if they stole it, your homeowner's insurance is going to replace your laptop, not your car insurance. So, again, your renter's or homeowner's insurance policy follows your stuff wherever it is.
All right, Aaron from Montgomery, Alabama wants to know, is it true that roommates or apartment must have two different renter's insurance policies? That's really from Ernie and Bert.
That's Ernie and Bert. Well, Ernie and Bert, even if they're brothers, they need to have two. They ain't brothers.
Go ahead.
They not.
Nope. They ain't brothers. Janae, we're gonna stop you right there. You can go on with them.
Well, I'm just trying to give them a little credit here. But yes, even if you're related, you need to have two separate renters policies. And I'm not talking about children and parents, but if we're talking about sisters, cousins, best friends living together, you need to have two separate policies because the policy is only going to cover the people's stuff that's listed on the policy. So please get two.
Hey, Janai, did you know that Big Bird was the only one that could see Snuffleupagus?
True story.
Y'all didn't know that?
Yeah.
Did anybody know that?
And Big Bird was a black man, too.
Say what?
Big Bird was a black man, too.
See there?
Yeah. True story.
I don't know. I just want to leave y'all with that thought. Think about it. Big Bird was the only person that could see Snuffleupagus. Hi, Big Bird.
Snuffleupagus.
Oh, Snuffleupagus. Oh, it's Snuffleupagus.
G-U-S, yes.
I think it's U.S. at the end.
No, you're absolutely correct, Janai. Let us know if you have any questions for Cookie Monster or Snuffleupagus, Big Bird, anything on Sesame Street or the electric company or finances. How can they reach you?
Please follow me on social media at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTO. Join my free money community at thankmelater.money.
Hey, Janai, remember this? Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Come on, Rob. Working out words and phrases and clauses.
I forgot that one, dog.
Come on now.
Man, that's how you made your grade.
I remember the show, but I forgot the song.
The coolest song.
I'm just a bill
on Capitol Hill.
Hey, hooking out words and phrases and clauses. Junction, how's that function?
I got three favorite cars.
Yeah!
Come on, Nipsey Russell.
Nipsey Russell. That was Nipsey Russell.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Or they'll get you pretty far. And that's one that says this and that. But that's another one that said not this but that. And there's R. Old R. When you get a choice like this or that, and button R, get you pretty far. But I was a cartoon junkie. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
So what are you doing here?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot spot.
Catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour. What's up, Brad, with the hot spot?
What's up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into some movies. No Time to Die has snagged $145.5 million so far globally and $56 million at the domestic box office. No Time to Die is the fourth biggest Bond film out of the 25. Woo, Lord, that's a lot of money. Woo, good Lord, that's a lot of money. Venom was in second place with $32 million in its second weekend out. Now let's talk about Kim Kardashian because she made her debut hosting Live, and child, wasn't nobody safe, including herself. She even talked about the sex tape. She mocked her estranged husband Kanye and his career. Listen to this.
Now, I know we're divided as a country, but I'd love America to come together, which is why I'm here to announce that I'm running for... I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not running for president. We can't have 3 failed politicians in one family. I've been very blessed in this life. I mean, I married the best rapper of all time. Not only that, he's the richest black man in America, a talented, legit genius who gave me 4 incredible kids. So, when I divorced him, you have to know it came down to just one thing, his personality.
How did it go? That was okay.
Yo, I watched it. It went good. To my opinion, she did a great job.
Yeah.
She handled the punchline. She took the digs, and she did a great job to me. I didn't expect her to do that well, but she did good.
One thing about the writers on Saturday Night Live, they're going to have you prepared. That's for sure.
Yep, she did the skits. The skits was funny. I have nothing bad to say about that. She did a great job.
Awesome.
She even talked about what a gold digger looks like, and then she said that's her mom's boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
No, for real. It was real good. You got to check it out, Rick, if you can go back and watch it. It was good.
Wow.
Kim also gave her late father a shout out, thanking him for opening her eyes to racial injustice. After all, she said, it's because of him I met my first black person. Want to take a stab in the dark on who it was? She said OJ does leave a mark, or several, or none at all. I still don't know.
Funny.
So she reportedly, y'all, put a whole lot of work into the show. She consulted with pals Dave Chappelle, Ellen DeGeneres, and her ex Kanye, who was spotted at her hotel Saturday morning. Yeah, so we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. Yeah, we're going to say that. But, you never know. And if they is doing something, they ain't going to tell us, and they don't have to.
Kanye still here. Now, who gonna date Kim behind Kanye and looking at your bank account? And you sitting up here with Wells Fargo and you got a good $2,600 in your bank account and some Yeezys on. What you gonna do?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
You can't fill up a comedy club. Kanye fill up a whole stadium just to listen to his album. What you gonna do?
What you gonna
offer? You better be putting. You got to be. I can't even say it on radio.
You know what? We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that.
You going to compete with Kanye.
Don't say it, Ricky.
Coming up next, we got the state of Black America with NUL
NASA
President
rocket.
Mark Morial. Mark Morial, and we got the praise mix down.
Baby building.
The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with the National Urban League President and CEO, Mark Morial, for the state of Black America. Good morning, Mr. Mark.
Hey, good morning, Ricky, and this is the state of Black America. First, I want to say Happy Indigenous Americans Day. Today is a day we celebrate Indigenous Americans, yes, American Indians, Native Americans, Native Alaskans, people who were here before Europeans came, and people were here before Europeans brought Africans to North America. So we want to celebrate them today. But today I want to talk about the Biden Build Back Better agenda. Ricky, I've been digging in deeply into the agenda, and while Washington is talking about 3.5 trillion, 1.5 trillion, the truth of the matter is that there have been decades of neglect and failure to invest in America's physical infrastructure.
Right.
It began when the Tea Party forced cuts in Barack Obama's American Recovery Act, and it intensified during the Trump era. What's it left us with? Dilapidated schools, childhood asthma linked to poor air quality causes 13.8 million missed days of school. Water main breaks every 2 minutes. We're the only developed country in the world that doesn't mandate paid family leave, and our failure to invest in child care cost us billions each year. Black people have borne the brunt of this neglect. Income inequality grew at a faster rate during the Trump era than during any of the last 5 administrations. The typical black family holds $12.50 in wealth for every 100 held by the typical white family.
Wow.
We need this Build Back Better agenda, which aligns with the National Urban League mainstream Marshall Plan to transform our economy while enhancing racial equity. All of these legislative initiatives, Build Back Better, the Voting Rights John Lewis Advancement Act, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act are being blocked by a Republican filibuster in the Senate or by 1 or 2 Democrats, and you know their names, who are failing to go along and failing to negotiate to a compromise that would work. So these initiatives together would invest $4.1 trillion in America's physical and human infrastructure over the next 10 years. And to put this number into perspective, these wars, Ricky, Iraq and Afghanistan, have cost us $8 trillion. $8 trillion since the year 2000 on wars. Why can't we spend $4.1 trillion over next 10 years on what the people need in neighborhoods and communities? This is what this debate is all about. What's our priority going forward? Is it people? Is it water systems? Is it schools? Is it jobs? Is it childcare? Is it medical and hospitalization support and lower drug price support through Medicare and Medicaid enhancements? Or is it a continuation of this failure to invest and in wars? Ricky, black people will benefit from this Biden agenda. I have looked carefully at the specifics, the details, and understand this is why we need it. We've been distracted by a discussion over the price tag while people fail to say, what have we spent on wars? Trump spent $2 trillion on tax cuts for a handful of people, $2 trillion, and added $8 trillion to the debt during his 4 years as president. And now this plan, which is paid for, would be $4.1 trillion over the next 10 years. Where is this nation's priority going forward? We got to stand up and demand that these two legislative measures, these 2 plans pass, and then we got to demand that voting rights be enacted and democracy be saved. So we have important work to do. This agenda is being blocked by a handful, even though it would benefit millions on top of millions on top of tens of millions of people in this nation. Ricky, this is the state of black America. We need action, and we need it now.
I know that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give it up for Mark Morial, the former New Orleans mayor in Louisiana state senator who is currently president of the National Urban League, man. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Mark. We appreciate you keeping us up to date on the state of black America. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.